Hey crew, welcome back to the channel. For Sanguinius, we have the Storm Shield in the Blood Angels colour. This is a Nico Industries file. I've gone and done some modifications. Obviously, I've added the cross and a logo down the bottom. This bad boy comes in at just shy of 4 kilos. As far as cosplay goes, I think this is going to pair awesome with the Thunderhammer. Now, we've done the video on the Thunderhammer. Let's watch this video on the Storm Shield. Stick with us, guys.
So guys, here's the original shield. This is what we're going through from the game. This was the Nico Industries file. Now, the only thing was, as you can see by that circle there, I found that it wasn't actually long enough. So here you can see the first test assembly just wasn't big enough. That's the second version, much better, scale, accuracy, everything like that. Here you can see I'm about 5'6", and this is the shield, so it's a bit less than 5 foot, so it's probably smaller than the real Space Marine one, but I think it'll scale up well with some armor and stuff like that. So quite happy with just that little modification there. So here we go with our old friend, the wood filler. This is needed because obviously such a big shield and there's 1-2 mil gaps. So we need that to get it nice and smooth and get it all sorted and right. There is a bit of warpage on these larger plates, that's for sure.
So this is the back of the shield, guys. These are the handles. I've made them bigger and I've actually plastic welded them in. Now I've added metal rods into the shield as well for structure. It hasn't been painted yet like the rest of it, but you'll see this painted at the end.
Now this is something I added additional to the shield. I found that the game shield was a little bit plain for most part, so I found this cool cross which come actually off a 40k mini, and just done what I love to do. A little bit of painting, a little bit of airbrushing. I've done the trick like I did on previous builds, and I've used the spray gold and brushed it on to give it that beaten look. Kind of makes it look like it's gold, but it's worn out and it's all beaten and broken. But same again, hand brush, airbrush, you know, stippling, dry brushing. I try a bit of everything for a bit of fun. Like, I'm not great at painting, but I like to do different stuff. Just a little bit of hand brushing there and bits and pieces. You know, I guess it just adds an individual touch to everything I build, and you can kind of tell that it's my style. Something new I want to try here, this is liquid latex. So once that went on, I've left that to dry, and then obviously I've gone over and I've painted the red. I didn't bother showing you that, like that's just a standard red rattle can, so nothing too flash or important about that. But here we go, we're getting ready to lay down some gold with this, so just covering up that red because it's really easy. Now, quick shot of that gold there. That gold is the Montana gold, and it runs through every type of paint, every tape I've got, runs through all the covers that I make for it. Anything like that, it leaks through that stuff. So we're just giving the edges a few touch-ups and stuff like that. Obviously some gold and some red and things like that to try smooth it out a bit, just so it doesn't look too bad and too mistaken. But you can see there where I've taken some of the liquid latex off, and it reveals that silver undercoat that we started with. It gives a really good bashed effect, like your shield's been painted on but then it's been damaged and things like that over time. Obviously we've got a bit of weathering going on here, so I want to get this cross on first and the Blood Angel's wing. Then I can start adding bits and pieces. We start adding the rust here and there. We also start adding in things like some more paint chips, some weathering, some silver weathering, just all little details like that, that 90% of them, when you're at a cosplay event or a con or it's on display, you won't really see. But as I said, I build things for me, not necessarily for other people. I'll get to look at this at home and I'll go, oh yeah, I made that detail. And anyway, this is my therapy. So like, I really enjoy the process as opposed to the finished product. You know, sometimes there are builds that I could literally take days on the tiny details. Like these rivets, I went over these rivets twice, and then I went over and I rusted the rivets just to give them that little bit more realistic look. And you probably never see it on photos or videos or anything like that, but as I said, it's for me. This shield, I'm calling this pretty much done. Here you can see a couple of final finished products of that. Very happy with how this turned out, and this will go great with our Space Marine armour.
Anyway guys, that was the Storm Shield from Space Marine 2. Very happy with how this weathering and how this turned out. Hope you enjoyed the video as always. Give the Thunder Hammer a watch as well if you haven't as yet. You know, I think these two go great together, and they will match a big project up and coming. But stick with us, we've got some more smaller projects, something you may see around, getting ready for Halloween and things like that. But as you know, I love this big stuff. So thanks always for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and everything like that if you're enjoying these sorts of builds. But as always guys, thanks for watching the channel.